episode of Grizzly Beer Reviews. Today we're doing another Imperial Stout. This one is by Otter Brewing Company. They're from Vermont. I don't know a whole lot about them. I think this is the first thing I've had by them. I went to the website to look up more about this beer, and I guess they just redid their website or something, and they don't have all their beers up yet. So I don't really know anything about this. There's a few reviews on ratebeer.com and Beer Advocate, and but there's not much about it. So I think it's relatively new. I know that this just came out maybe a month ago, and it was recommended by somebody at the store, and so I thought that I'd give it a try. So I thought I'd also share it with you guys. So let's do it. Alrighty. Okay. Well, pours a pitch black. It's got not much of a head on it. So it's got, I love the color though. It's not much of a head, but it's a really nice color. Really nice, like milkshake, chocolate milkshake kind of color. Man, I smell a lot of alcohol on it already. Without even putting my nose in, I can smell the alcohol because it's not while I was pouring it as well. But it is a really pretty head. A lot of sweet chocolate, like hot chocolate, like cocoa, kind of cocoa powder. Maybe even the way that like a baker's cocoa powder would smell, like the not really sweet but the bitter baking cocoa powder is like. A lot of vanilla. And it says there's brown sugar in it. I can smell that as well, just really sugary sweet. And it's 10.6%, and you can definitely smell that. Okay, we'll see how it tastes. Whew, man, that's big. Man, that needs some time to rest. I could do with at least a couple years on it. But there's a lot of coffee. There's a lot of coffee. Mocha. It's like because there's that chocolatiness, but it's not super up front. So I think it's more like a mocha kind of flavors. Vanilla. It's pretty bitter too. It doesn't say what the IBUs are on it, but I'd be curious. And you definitely taste that 10.6%. It's heavy. It's not really, that alcohol isn't really covered up by anything. It doesn't blend into anything very well at all. It's good. I like it, but this is definitely a sipper. I don't think I could drink more than that. That's as much as I can do. Whew. Man. But I do like the coffee a lot. I do like the chocolate a lot. I think this would do really well with a couple of years on it. And I would be really interested in seeing how it tastes after that. I think the chocolate and the coffee would come out a lot more. That alcohol would obviously calm down a bit. And so I think I might go grab a couple of these and throw them in the cellar and see how they do. And I also did just take this out of the refrigerator about 5 minutes ago. So I do want to come back and see how it is after it warms up a bit, let it breathe, and have some concluding thoughts on how it is after that. So I'll be right back. Hey guys, okay, so I've been sipping on this for another 10 minutes or so, and it's calmed down a little bit. It's kind of developed a nicer, creamier mouthfeel, which I really enjoy. It's not as harsh. The alcohol, it's still pretty powerful. I still think it needs a few years to calm down. But I'm kind of thinking about the aftertaste in my mouth. I kind of think if you had like a cup of black coffee, strong black coffee, and got one of those really nice gourmet hot chocolate mixes. You know, they have the ones that are like vanilla and hazelnut, but if you got one of the ones that's like raspberry hot chocolate, and you dumped that into a cup of really strong black coffee, I think this would be a similar taste, because it has that sweet creamy chocolate, but more so the roasty black coffee, and then also it has kind of in the background, or more in the middle, kind of like a fruity sweet that I'm just burping just then, brings it up even more so. Just sits on the tongue, is like a raspberry, like a chocolate covered raspberry kind of taste. And I'd be interested in doing that and just comparing these, seeing how it tastes. I like it a lot more now that it's been out for a while, which is the case with most Imperial Stouts, barley wines, things like that. Yeah, I don't really know what I'm going to do with the rest of the beer, because like I said, I don't know if I can handle more than what I poured. It's just very strong, very big. I think that this is something they just started doing at Otter Creek, and I can just see them perfecting this more, developing the flavor of their Imperial Stout a little bit more, and coming up with something a little bit better than this. But for a pretty new beer, I'd say that it's pretty good. I enjoy it. I do think I'll buy a couple, throw them in the cellar, see how they do in a couple years. But yeah, thanks for joining me for another episode. Keep checking back for new reviews, new updates. This has been a good beer.